So, student, today we will discuss about the next part, that means infrastructure. So, infrastructure facilities at the time of British period was very poor. We know it. They mainly developed the infrastructural facilities. That means they made roads, railways, ports, water transport. All this they have made for their own interest. Okay, their main motive to improve or to develop infrastructure development was to serve the various colonial interests. That means they have made our country's infrastructure for their own interest. They have made roads, railways, air transport, water transport, all this they have made for their own interest. That means their colonial interest, not for the purpose of our country's people. They have not made these roads, railways to serve our basic necessities. Okay, so these points, that means roads, railways, air transport, water transport, communications, all these we will discuss one by one. Now first, number one is roads. The colonial administrations could not accomplish much on construction of roads due to scarcity of funds. So first point in roads, in case of roads, is the British government do not have much funds to construct roads in our country. The roads were built primarily to serve the interest of mobilizing army from one place to another place and shifting raw materials for their countries, that means UK's, shifting raw materials from one place to another place. So they have mainly built roads for which purpose? They want to shift army from one place to another place if there is any chaos created any part of our country. That's why they have made the roads. Why they have made the roads? They want to shift the raw materials from one place to another place. Okay, so that they can shift the raw materials from our country to Britain and make their final goods. So these are the purposes they have made the roads in our country. They have not made the roads to serve our basic necessities. And for these reasons, like rainy seasons and summer seasons, these are the seasons where our country's people, that means farmers, have faced several problems. Okay, acute problem means the shortage of water, shortage of raw materials, shortage of fertilizers. They are not getting these items for their when they face all these problems. Okay, so that means we understand that why British government made or built roads in our countries. And for all these reasons our country at that time faced several natural calamities and famines. Why face natural calamities and famines? Because they have made the roads for their own purpose. They don't want to serve the roads for our country's peoples, and that is why several natural calamities and famines have created in our country at that time. Next point is railways. Basically from 1850 in our country started railways. Okay, basically in 1850 our country started railways in India. Railways enabled people to undertake long distance travel. So basically railways were made for making long distance. To cover long distance, British government made railways in our country. And for making these railways, so many geographical barriers so many geographical barriers we can overcome. There are so many remote areas where at that time British can reach over there, and for that they want to integrate our country. They want to integrate our country by using this railways. Okay, after introducing railways, we also see that in our country commercial of agriculture comes. Commercial of agriculture comes means our country's farmers cultivate products. Okay, cultivate products for not only their purpose, they sell their products from one place to another place by using this railways. Okay, but all these things British have made not for our country's people. They have introduced railways for their countries. That means for the interest of Britons. They introduced railways. Why? So that they can easily transfer army from one place to another place. Okay, if it is needed. And constructing railways in our country, India have to lose a big amount of money at that time. Okay, a big amount of money India have to incur at that time for the construction of railways. Next point is air and water transport. So British government also used or developed air transport, water transport, but that is not satisfactory for our country. That is not satisfactory for our country, though they have introduced water transport and air transport, but that is not satisfactory for our country's people. Next is communications. Mainly at that time people communicate each other through post and telegraphs. These are the popular means of communications. Electric telegraph is used at that time. By using electric telegraph, people can send their message within a very short time from one place to another place by using electric telegraph. Government also use this electric telegraph, and they use this electric telegraph to control the law and order. How? Because within a very short time we can send messages from one place to another place. So postal service is a useful means to communicate from one person to another person, or government also use this postal service to maintain their law and order. But they have introduced, that means British government use or introduced all this for their own purpose, not for the purpose of our country's peoples. Reason for infrastructural development. Why in our country at the time of colonial rule, why in our country infrastructural development creates? There are some reasons. There are two reasons. The first reason is roads. They have made roads. Why they have made roads? So that they can easily transfer army. Transfer army from one parts of the country to another parts of the country. Next reason is so that they can easily transfer raw materials. They can easily transfer raw materials from one part of the country to the port, any port of our country. Okay, that's why they made roads in our country. Okay, and from ports the British government can easily transfer these raw materials to Britain. Okay, and they use and they make final goods over there. Okay, so this is the reasons, and this is the only reason that British government made roads in our country for their own interest, not for our country's interest. Next point is railways. Why railway they have introduced? Why they have construct railways in our country? There are 3 points. Effective control and administrations. Through railways, through railways they can effectively control our country, because from one place to another place they can easily transfer within a very short time. They can reach a particular place. They can within a very short time they can easily reach a particular place or remote area through railways, and that is why the point is given an effective control and administration all over the country. They can effectively control and administer all over the country by using these railways. They earn profits through foreign trade. They earn profits through foreign trade. How it is possible? By linking railways to ports. By linking railways to ports, they earn so many foreign profits. Okay? Because within the country, inside the country, we have made so many goods, but if we cannot reach these goods to our ports, then we cannot export the goods. So British use these things. They made the goods inside the country. They use goods inside the country. Okay, and these goods they send to ports through railways. Okay, this is the second point. And third point is profitable investment of British funds in India. So this is the third points and the reasonable points. Why it is reasonable points? Because British knows that if they invest in India in railways, they can earn so many times of profits. British understand it that if we invest some money in railways, they can earn bigger amount of money through their profits. Okay, so these are the points of infrastructural development. Next we will discuss the last point, that means in the eve of independence. Okay, the last point is the eve of independence of the Indian economy. Okay, thank you.